So there's a lot of talk about since this whole bathroom thing came out and people showing they anti-gay, trans hate, and then on top of the whole tup's already talking about, oh, that's not natural, and and the Christians like, oh, it's not holy, and all that other stuff. It's funny. And then you have all these hotep supposed to be whizzes and researching this and that and other, all this shit about Kemet and why we don't need to, why it's bad to have same-sex marriages and blah 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 blah. But what I noticed that none of them touch on, I'm gonna make this real quick because I'm not putting you in any more information. I don't put information out there. You know what? And I know that basically people gonna want to believe what they want to believe, even though there's information, tons of information on this. What we are consuming and producing is what the root at some of the hormonal and gender specific dysfunctions, gender specific behavioral dysfunctions that are happening at a plaguing rate and have been happening just busting at the seams for the last 10 years. I would say it's at least 10 years. I think it's the National Institute of Environmental Health or something or other like that. Has several articles on it. I read something the other day. It's several articles I pulled up from several medical institutes that actually or environmental institutes that have actually done research and actually have stated since they've known that this may become a problem since the 70s. Okay, so that babies are being born pre-polluted. The chemicals and contents within our air and water and what have you in our soil is to an alarming rate to where we would have to do something, cut it all out now. And it's funny that this is why I know people don't think, even these little hoteps, y'all don't even have logical sense. So you go around saying, okay, well, we put in our body, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it affects our body. The energy level, da 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 da. Okay, so you mean to tell me what we put in our body and all that stuff is what's causing us cancers and things like that, which is true. And behavioral and the energy and the energy we exude and how we interact with people and blah, 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 which is true. But when a person says, you know what, due to these chemicals that are in these products, these household products, cosmetics, food, water, that it's messing with the development of fetuses while in the womb. So therefore, there is a high percentage, not all, of this stemming from the pollutants in the environment, the products in which we go to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and to somewhere we don't like to say that to get money to say that we bought the stuff and the smell goods, the fragrances. A lot of the stuff is not heavily regulated. A lot of the stuff is not regulated to the degree in which it should be. They have these corporations and whatnot that make this, a lot of this stuff are putting money into lobbying for looser laws or laws that may be in their favor as far as how they dispose of some of this stuff and all that other stuff. I'm finna make it sure I'm coming up in 5 minutes, but so before, that's why all of you, especially you hoteps that's out here, doing book signings and going and these conscious people going around the country, that's this big, and a lot of people know about you and stuff like that. You all on gay this, gay that, blah, 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 because I feel like you a hustler too. Because you cannot tell me that you have all this knowledge, you telling people to read, and you read and you doing all this stuff, but you don't know this. You don't already know this. You're a hustler. Because you know what? I feel like you know just as well as I do now, and some people, and I've been told this, you can't battle the pharmaceutical companies, health insurance conglomerates, corporations. You can't go against them. you seen what happened to what's the actor name? I don't know, Robert De Niro, one of them. I think it's De Niro, or the other. I keep getting them mixed up. They hushed this little movie up real quick. They're having, so we know that, just like going after these people could mean death, and or things that are unpleasant. So what do? You get people all riled up against transgender, gay this and gay that. Not telling these people that we are, this stuff is happening via in vitro, like in the birth, while this baby is being formed. This is where these abnormalities, these brain abnormalities, chromosomes and all this, that's where it's starting to happen. Okay? People think that, for some reason, we think as a society that, oh yeah, we're polluting the water, we're seeing three-eyed fish and all these other things, the bees are missing and going. We're part of that ecosystem too. So yeah, even though those things, we can still live and go on, buying this shit, producing this bullshit, because those things can't talk English or whatever. They're not humans. They can't say that, you can't see it. It doesn't register. And so now that you're seeing all these people, now it's registering. See, this is how it's going to affect us. Now it's our turn, because we didn't stop. Okay, everything else is getting fucked up. Animals is getting fucked up. Water's fucked up. Now it's our turn. So this is what you see. So before any of you talk about another trans person or whatever, why don't you pick up some information and read it? Once you stop buying that bullshit, processed foods, fragrances, certain household products, cosmetics. Once you find out what is all involved, once you lobby or try to pull your money together to get some of these corporations that are set up in low income areas or less impoverished areas of the country, and as well as countries as a whole, they set up with these pollutants and these producing these factories, or producing products in these factories that are causing these pollutants and birth defects. It's not just three head babies. So yeah, y'all motherfuckers is just frauds. So before y'all say something, I will dare hear another motherfucker say some shit about a trans person, because now they're here. Why? Because of us. Greed, materialism, industrialism. They're here. So now we have to deal with it. They're not going anywhere. And even if we stop doing what we're doing, we're still probably, I don't know, at least 50 to 100 years before the the effects of what we have done already in a short period of time will dissipate to lower levels. So fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.